Know your baller. Winning by the numbers.
We really don't have to adjust much. The lighting's stable.
Everybody being here on time. Appreciate it. Last week was a great week, man. It was great energy. We looking for the same thing this week. We in the dungeon this time. So we need that dungeon type of energy. We need a little bit more D. Use your team a little bit more. But what I had on my mind today, it's the start of school, right? Half of y'all only been in school for 15 days. There's no reason why you should have any F's and D's on your progress report right now. J Mike, put your team in there. We'll get it back to 30 points. I'll give it up. But look, y'all only been in school for 15 days. Some of y'all may be 30. But number one, after fall break, whatever grades you had, them is the grades that you're going into basketball tryouts with. So right now is when you should tighten up on your relationships with school. If you acting a fool in that class and you know what you're doing, you might want to tighten that, slow that down. If you got missing work right now with 15 days of school, you shouldn't, but if you do, you might want to turn them in. You might want to get into them good academic habits. Because as a coach, I'm a coach and a teacher. What you think the first cuts I make are? D's and F's. Right. It's easy. I don't care if you're LeBron James. If you got 2 D's or 2 F's, you out. I don't even roll the balls out, man. All I do is ask the secretary to print out the D's and F's list. I gather everybody up just like this, and I start going Major, Thompson, and I start telling everybody thinking they excited. They're like, "Oh, we about to scrimmage." Nah, y'all the ones that got D's and F's. They gotta go. It ain't no conversation. It's easy. So right now, while you football clowning because you ain't got nothing to think about, understand after fall break, them is the grades the coach is gonna look at. What do I have? What am I working with? Number 2, if you're not a high grade point average kid, no, let me change that. If you are a high grade point average kid, that's who the coach is gonna look at. You want somebody that's gonna keep his academic grade point average up in his athletics. You don't need no 2.0. That brings the average down. You need 3s and 4s. 3.5, that's what he's looking for. It's easy to coach a kid that's a 3.5. If you're an average student, you're probably an average. Okay. If you're a senior, you should be applying somewhere. I don't care if it's NAIA, if you're trying to play, you should be applying somewhere right now. Just to see what the response is. You need higher SAT scores. You don't have this class, you need a counselor recommendation. You need to start doing that now, so you get all the information on what you need to get a connection with a school. Tap your head if any. Thank you. All right, let's gather up the prayer. Hold on, my fault. I ain't never did this, and I thought about this last night. It's selfish. Anybody got something they want to share?
You ain't got no good news. Nothing happened. Nobody got an A+ on their test. There you go. You got an A on your test. Give me a celebration. There you go.
Anybody else? All right, let's circle up and have prayer real quick. All right, you ready? Thank you guys for bringing us all together. Thank you for keeping us all safe in the sun last week, keeping us safe and bringing us back safe this week. Jesus, you said that when 2 or more gathered in your name, there you are. But here are 40 to 30 of us will be gathered in your name. We just ask you to cover us, protect us, give these young men wisdom and guidance. Let them know to take their lives and their opportunities serious and to make sure that they're on the path of success. Even if they have to go to chase and counsel and make sure they're in the right place. Even if they have to call schools, whatever they have to do, passion, so they can follow through. And we don't need to be fixed with this. You follow that. That's really what you do.
Good D. Good shot. Somebody got it done with 2 hands. He did. He did.
Pretty good. Good brother.
Oh, D. That's what good shot. 2 more. Good D. Good pass. Good work inside. Good pass. Inside out. That's good ball right there. Ain't nobody shoot. Inside. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Good deep, boy. Nobody down there. Good hand. 3 seconds. Good call, Will. 3 seconds. 30 seconds left. Big light for 2. 39. Good shot, big fella.
Go.